Hold on to your hats because what we're about to uncover will shake the very foundations of hip-hop and reality TV as we know it. Imagine this, two of the most notorious figures in the game, Camron, the Harlem rap king known for his killer cam character and shady antics, and Chrissy, the unapologetic reality star with a temper fiercer than a summer wildfire caught sneaking around under the cover of darkness. But wait, it gets better. They weren't just out for a casual dinner or a friendly catch-up. Oh no, the secret. Night was the spark that set off a powder keg of drama, betrayal, and chaos, leaving Jim Jones, the man who once called them family, completely blindsided and absolutely losing his mind. What were they hiding? How deep does this rabbit hole go? And why did Jim, the king of keeping it real, get played so hard? Stick around because the truth is juicier than you ever imagined, and once it spills, nothing will ever be the same again. Ready to dive into the mess? Let's go. Get ready because the drama unfolding between Camron, Chrissy and Jim Jones is straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. Only this time it's real life and it's burning hotter than anyone could have imagined. Camron, the Harlem rapper known for his sharp wit and that unforgettable killer cam persona, has always been no stranger to controversy, effortlessly weaving his way through the highs and lows of the hip-hop world. From legendary beefs to headline-making antics, Camron has maintained his place at the center of attention, but what's about to unravel is something even he might not have fully anticipated. Chrissy, the fierce and unapologetic reality TV star from Love and Hip Hop, has her own notorious reputation known for fiery on-screen showdowns and a tumultuous past, especially when it comes to her complicated relationship with Jim Jones. Speaking of Jim, he is the guy who once was Camron's closest ally and business partner, the kingpin behind the Dipset crew, a man who thrived on loyalty and keeping it real. Their history together is deep and twisted, filled with brotherhood and bitter falling outs, and when you throw Chrissy into this volatile mix, things get messy fast. Rumors started swirling that Camron and Chrissy had been secretly meeting, but no one expected the extent of what was really going on. It wasn't just a casual catch-up or a friendly hangout. It was a covert operation of late-night rendezvous and hidden meetings in exclusive venues, places where the cameras couldn't follow and the public wouldn't pry. According to insiders, whenever Jim thought Chrissy was by his side, she was slipping away to meet Camron, sometimes at private villas and other times at clandestine spots around the city accessed only through back doors and guarded entrances. The whispers around these secret nights paint a picture of laughter, intimacy, and chemistry far beyond innocent friendship. Chrissy was reportedly seen acting way too comfortable, holding hands, exchanging smiles, and sharing moments that suggested something deeper was brewing. Jim Jones, whose loyalty and trust have always been pillars of his identity, was left completely in the dark, blindsided by a betrayal he never saw coming. The friendship between Jim and Camron had been rocky. For years, their bond fractured by business disputes and old grudges, but no one expected Camron to cross this line. The Dipset crew's legacy was built on brotherhood and trust, yet here was Camron, the man who once had Jim's back, now the center of a scandal that threatened to destroy what little remained of their relationship. The tension was palpable long before the secret meetings came to light. Sources say that even before the revelations, there was a strange energy between Camron and Chrissy that everyone noticed but no one fully understood. Chrissy, known for her fiery temper and emotional outbursts, seemed distracted, and Camron was more elusive than usual. Fans and insiders alike began piecing together fragments of sightings, cryptic social media posts, and unexplained absences, all pointing towards something brewing beneath the surface. When the truth finally leaked, courtesy of an anonymous source within the inner circle, the fallout was immediate and explosive. Jim confronted Chrissy with the evidence of secret meetings and cozy encounters, and the confrontation quickly escalated into shouting matches and bitter accusations. Chrissy tried to downplay the situation, insisting the meetings were innocent, just reconnecting old friends, but Jim was done pretending. The fact that Chrissy hid these encounters for so long, sneaking out and lying to his face, shattered his trust completely. Meanwhile, Camron appeared unbothered on the surface, maintaining his public persona of the untouchable king of cool. But behind the scenes, sources reveal he was navigating a storm of backlash and betrayal from fans and former allies alike. The question everyone is asking now is, how deep does this secret relationship really go? Was this just a brief moment of weakness or the beginning of something bigger? Whispers hint at private trips to the Hamptons, luxurious villas, and extravagant nights that went far beyond simple friendship. Chrissy and Camron, once connected only through their complicated ties to Jim Jones, may have crossed a line that none of them can come back from. Jim's silence in the public eye has only fueled speculation, with many wondering if he is planning a dramatic public response or if he is quietly regrouping before hitting back. The entire situation has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community and the love and hip-hop fanbase, with social media exploding in heated debates and conspiracy theories. Some fans side with Jim, viewing Camron and Chrissy's actions as a deep betrayal, while others are more skeptical, questioning if this is all just hype and drama blown out of proportion. One thing is clear, the once unbreakable triangle between these three is now fractured and hanging by a thread. What started as a whisper in the shadows has turned into a full-blown scandal threatening to engulf not just the individuals involved but the entire Dipset legacy. The loyalty that once defined their relationships now feels like a distant memory as betrayal and deception take center stage. This is more than just a juicy gossip story. It's a narrative of trust broken, alliances shattered, and friendships turned to dust. As we watch this drama unfold, the burning question remains, will Camron and Chrissy come clean about what really happened during those secret nights? Or will they continue to deny everything and let the rumors fester? Will Jim Jones find a way to forgive and rebuild, or is this the end of the line for one of hip-hop's most storied friendships? The tension is thick, the stakes are high, and the fallout is just beginning to ripple through every corner of the industry. What was once a brotherhood rooted in music and loyalty has become a powder keg of emotion, secrets, and betrayal waiting to ignite. The clock is ticking, and the world is watching as Camron, Chrissy, and Jim Jones navigate a drama that promises to redefine their legacies forever. The scandal involving Camron and Chrissy Lemon did not just stay hidden behind closed doors for long, because once the rumors started, the floodgates of speculation and leaked details opened wide, and the public reaction was immediate and explosive. Sources from deep inside the hip-hop scene began feeding the story to the media and social platforms, painting a picture so wild that it seemed more like a movie script than real life. We learned that the secret nights were far from simple dinners or casual hangouts. Instead, insiders revealed lavish spending sprees, exclusive private parties, and even secret getaways that involved luxury villas in places like the Hamptons, where privacy was guaranteed and cameras were nowhere near. Chrissy and Camron were reportedly seen slipping in through back entrances, avoiding all eyes and spending hours in seclusion that only fueled the fire of suspicion and gossip. It wasn't just about hiding from the paparazzi, but about keeping a secret that was potentially explosive enough to shatter reputations and friendships. Anonymous sources described scenes of wild nights filled with champagne, high-end fashion, and VIP treatment, the kind of lifestyle that screams no ordinary friendship. There were rumors of extravagant spending on private jets and penthouse suites where the duo reportedly let loose, far away from the judgmental eyes of fans and critics alike. It wasn't long before public reactions followed and social media exploded with memes, heated debates, and conspiracy theories as fans, critics, and casual observers all tried to piece together what this all meant for the people involved. Many fans expressed shock and betrayal, especially those loyal to Jim Jones, who viewed this as a deep personal attack and a brutal blow to one of hip-hop's most iconic friendships. Others speculated about the authenticity of the rumors, suggesting it could be a ploy to generate publicity or even a reality TV stunt in the making. The drama quickly morphed into a cultural moment, with hashtags trending and online communities buzzing nonstop about every new detail that surfaced. The story seemed to hit all the right notes for virality: secret rendezvous, high-profile betrayal, lavish lifestyles, and the inevitable clash of egos. One particularly vivid leaked account from a supposed insider claimed that Chrissy was seen wearing a diamond necklace worth tens of thousands of dollars during one of these secret nights out, a clear symbol of the luxury and exclusivity that surrounded their meetings. This insider went as far as to say that Camron had pulled out all the stops to impress Chrissy, showering her with gifts and attention that she had not received for a long time, making the entire saga feel like a romance novel turned scandalous. Exposed. Meanwhile, the reaction from the closest circles around the trio was equally intense and fraught with tension. Friends and collaborators of Jim Jones reportedly tried to intervene, warning him about the growing closeness between Chrissy and Camron months before the truth fully came to light. These warnings, however, fell on deaf ears as Jim either chose to ignore the signs or convinced himself that nothing serious was happening. Once the revelations became undeniable, those same insiders described a sense of shock and heartbreak, permeating the once tight-knit community. The fallout was immediate not only personally but professionally as well. Industry insiders say that Jim's team began distancing themselves from both Camron and Chrissy to avoid the growing negative attention and potential damage to business relationships. There were whispers of canceled collaborations and postponed projects as everyone tried to figure out how to navigate the new landscape that this scandal created. The intrigue didn't stop with just lavish parties and secret meetings. There were also allegations of abuse of power and manipulation behind the scenes. Some sources hinted that Camron had been using his influence to sway decisions and secure advantages for Chrissy in ways that crossed ethical lines. Though nothing was officially confirmed, the rumors painted a picture of a power play that went beyond personal betrayal into professional sabotage. Public figures associated with both Camron and Jim Jones began facing intense scrutiny, with fans and media outlets digging into their histories and questioning their loyalties. This extended the scandal into a broader conversation about trust, betrayal, and ambition in the music and entertainment industries. One anonymous tipster claimed that the drama was even impacting business negotiations and endorsements, with sponsors reconsidering their associations in light of the controversy. Chrissy herself reportedly faced waves of backlash on social media, with some followers turning against her, accusing her of disloyalty and disrespect. Yet there were also those who defended her, praising her strength and resilience in a situation that seemed overwhelmingly difficult. Camron, on the other hand, maintained a public front of nonchalance, but close sources suggested that the pressure was mounting. The backlash from longtime fans and former allies who felt betrayed was intense, and while Camron appeared calm, those close to him said he was carefully strategizing his next moves, weighing whether to come clean or keep denying the rumors. Adding fuel to the fire, an anonymous source close to Chrissy claimed that the two had been exchanging private messages and even video calls during Jim's absences, which painted a picture of a relationship that was far from casual. These communications allegedly revealed moments of vulnerability, shared secrets, and plans for future meetings, adding layers to the drama that were impossible to ignore. The growing pile of evidence, real or fabricated, created a whirlwind of speculation that had fans, critics, and media outlets hooked. Every leaked text, every blurry photo, and every eyewitness account was dissected and debated endlessly. The scandal grew into a media spectacle that blurred the lines between reality and fiction, fueled by the personalities involved and the high stakes at play. As the story gained traction, it began to affect not just the individuals involved, but the larger Dipset brand and the love and hip-hop franchise. The scandal cast a shadow over upcoming projects and events, with promoters and producers reportedly scrambling to contain the damage and figure out how to manage public perception moving forward. The situation became so volatile that even casual fans of the genre found themselves tuning in, drawn by the drama and the real human emotions tangled in the mess. Public opinion was divided, with some people sympathizing with Jim Jones as the wronged party, others siding with Chrissy as a woman navigating complicated personal choices, and a few giving Camron the benefit of the doubt as a man caught in the middle. Despite the varying viewpoints, one thing was certain: the scandal had reached a boiling point and the aftermath was just beginning to unfold. The story became a cautionary tale about the fragility of relationships in the spotlight, and the consequences of secrets hidden too long. It sparked conversations about loyalty, trust, and the price of fame, resonating far beyond the initial shock factor. The layers of the scandal kept unfolding as more anonymous sources came forward, each adding their own piece to the puzzle. Some spoke of tense confrontations backstage at events, others of whispered phone calls filled with threats and pleas for discretion. The undercurrent of fear and uncertainty was palpable. There were rumors that legal teams had been called in to manage potential leaks and contain the narrative, indicating the seriousness of the fallout. The stakes kept rising as the possibility of government investigations and financial probes was floated in hushed tones by insiders familiar with the industry's darker corners. The implications of the scandal stretched beyond personal relationships and to business realms, where contracts, endorsements, and careers hung in the balance. It was a drama that had it all: betrayal, secrets, luxury, power, and the very public unraveling of what was once a tightly knit family. No one involved was immune to the damage, and the road ahead promised to be long, difficult, and unpredictable. The scandal surrounding Camron, Chrissy and Jim Jones has taken on a life of its own, spiraling into a whirlwind of fallout and consequences that nobody saw coming, but everyone is now desperate to understand. The initial shock has transformed into a complex web of legal threats, professional repercussions, and a public backlash that is shaking the very foundations of their careers and relationships. Whispers of potential lawsuits and government probes began circulating almost as soon as the details of the secret meetings hit the headlines. Industry insiders hinted at possible breaches of contract, especially considering how many sponsorships and brand deals hinged on their carefully curated images of loyalty and dignity. Some legal experts speculated that if the allegations of deception and abuse of power hold any weight, the ramifications could be severe, ranging from hefty fines to court battles that could drag on for months or even years. At the same time, the Dipset brand, once synonymous with a tight-knit brotherhood and musical revolution, is now fighting to keep its reputation from collapsing under the weight of this scandal. Promoters and collaborators started to distance themselves, wary of being caught in the crossfire of a drama that promised only bad press and lost opportunities. The ripple effect extended beyond just the music world, as Chrissy's reality TV career also faced serious jeopardy. Producers and network executives reportedly held emergency meetings to decide whether to keep her on the show or cut ties to avoid further controversy and viewer backlash. Speculation about her future on Love and Hip Hop became a hot topic, with many wondering if this scandal could spell the end of her reality TV journey. Jim Jones, meanwhile, is grappling with what might be the most devastating blow to his personal and professional life. Once a commanding figure in the hip-hop world and a symbol of loyalty and resilience, he now faces a storm of criticism and doubt from fans and peers alike. While he has maintained a relative silence publicly, sources close to him reveal that, behind the scenes, he is working tirelessly to salvage what remains of his relationships and career. Friends and family have described him as conflicted and deeply hurt, struggling to reconcile the man he thought he knew with the reality of betrayal he has been forced to confront. The tension has also spilled into the public arena, with social media users relentlessly debating every development and theorizing about Jim's next move. Some speculate he might stage a major comeback with a tell-all interview, while others think he could take a step back from the spotlight to regroup and recover. Either way, the world is watching closely. As for Camron, the fallout is equally intense and unpredictable. Known for his bravado and ability to navigate controversy with swagger, this scandal has put him in a precarious position. While he initially appeared unfazed, the mounting public criticism and fractured friendships have made it clear that the stakes are higher than ever before. Industry sources say he is facing pressure not only from fans, but from former allies who feel betrayed and uncertain about where his loyalties truly lie. Camron's next moves will be crucial in defining his legacy and determining whether he can weather the storm or if this scandal will permanently stain his reputation. Chrissy finds herself at a crossroads as well, caught between defending her choices and facing an onslaught of public judgment. Known for her fiery spirit and fearless approach to conflict, Chrissy has been vocal in denying any romantic involvement beyond friendship, insisting that the meetings with Camron were about reconnecting and healing old wounds. Yet, the mounting evidence and eyewitness accounts have made her denials hard to swallow for many. The backlash has been brutal, with fans and critics alike questioning her loyalty to Jim Jones and the authenticity of her intentions. The storm has not only affected their personal lives, but has also exposed the fragility of relationships in the entertainment industry, where image and reputation are often as valuable as talent. Beyond the immediate players, the entire saga has sparked a wider conversation about trust, betrayal, and the pressures of maintaining public personas in a world obsessed with drama and scandal. The story has become a cautionary tale about how secrets and lies, no matter how carefully guarded, have a way of coming to light and wreaking havoc. It also highlights the complicated dynamics of friendship and love in an industry where alliances are as volatile as the headlines themselves. Behind the scenes, there have been reports of tense meetings and urgent damage control efforts. Legal. Teams for all parties have been reportedly busy drafting statements, negotiating settlements, and trying to contain the narrative before it spirals even further out of control. Public relations experts emphasize the importance of timing and messaging, warning that any misstep could deepen the crisis and alienate fans and business partners. The drama has reached a point where even casual observers find themselves drawn in, captivated by the real human emotions playing out against the backdrop of fame and fortune. The line between entertainment and reality has blurred, making it difficult to separate fact from fiction and leaving everyone guessing what the next explosive revelation might be. As this story continues to evolve, the ultimate question remains whether there is any path to redemption for Camron, Chrissy, and Jim Jones. Can they rebuild trust, repair fractured relationships, and reclaim their places in the industry? Or is the scandal the final chapter in a saga of betrayal that will redefine their legacies forever? The answer is still unknown, but one thing is clear: the fallout from this secret night and the chaos it unleashed is far from over. Every move, every statement, and every new piece of information will be scrutinized and dissected, feeding the public's insatiable appetite for drama. The stakes have never been higher, and the world is watching to see who will emerge victorious and who will be left in the wreckage of this sensational scandal. Can you believe the chaos unfolding between Camron, Chrissy Lemon, and Jim Jones? This story has it all: secrets, betrayal, and drama that could shake the very foundations of hip-hop and reality TV. But what do you think is really going on behind the scenes? Is this a simple case of old friends reconnecting, or a full-blown betrayal that will change everything forever? We want to hear your take on this explosive saga. Do you side with Jim Jones, feeling the sting of betrayal? Or do you think Camron and Chrissy have their own side of this story that we haven't heard yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation, because your opinion matters. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're as shocked and hooked on this story as we are. And if you want more breaking truths, outrageous exposes, and insider scoop delivered with that perfect mix of sarcasm and drama, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the madness. Trust us, this scandal is far from over, and we'll be right here bringing you every juicy update as it unfolds. Stay tuned and stay ready.